Hi everyone, it's Laura Milligan coming to you live from Canton, Ohio. It is Wednesday, let me check, 5th of February. So thank you for joining me today. I am going to make some cards featuring the Pick a Season celebration set. This set you can get free with a $60 product order, and I've kind of felt like this set did not get a lot of love, and it's super cute, or is not getting a lot of love. It's super cute, and there's a lot of things you can do with it. So I'm going to make 4 different cards today for you. So thank you for joining. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching on the replay. I appreciate all your likes and hearts and shares, and so thank you for anything you can do to help so that more people know about what I'm doing and the cards that I'm creating. Say hi if you're there. Let me know where you're from. If you're watching replay, let me know that as well. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching there as well. Let me just make sure people are here. This is not my normal time to go live. There's Anne Marie and Debbie. Hi there. How are you two doing? I had physical therapy this morning, and I actually yesterday I got everything ready for my Facebook Live today. And then the stamp set that I wanted to use, it's called Natural Botanicals. I had a whole set of cards ready to go for that. I prepped those yesterday. And then at the end of the day, I looked, and the stamp set was unavailable. So I scurried around and prepped a different class today. So it's been a busy morning. Let me go ahead and change my camera view down. And and I also wanted to mention yesterday we had 2 brand new kits that were released. I ordered both of them. I love them. I think they're both beautiful. Our kits have come a long way, and at the beginning people would say to me, "Oh, I don't like the kits. I don't like the kits." Now those people are saying, "I love the kits. They're beautiful." And so you're going to want to check those out. And then we also had some more products added to our last chance list, and some of those are on sale or reduced in price. Some are not, but there's a lot there to look at. And then we also announced some additional products that you can get through celebrations. And there's some really good things there, so you want to be sure to check that out as well. So let me go ahead, change my camera view down. I want to talk about this adorable class that I'm offering. And this, I'm just going to say, I think this is maybe my favorite class that I've ever offered. I cannot get enough of this. I think it is adorable. It is featuring let me show you in the catalog. This is the Storybook Moments Suite, and it includes 2 stamp sets with coordinating dies, 2 different papers, gems, and ribbon. And so originally I was just going to feature the Storybook Friends. And then I thought, you know what? I love this garden patch so much. I'm a gardener, as you know, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to feature both of these. So there are 2 classes that you can purchase. The main class features, let me bring it in here, the Storybook Friends stamp set and dies. The dies are amazing because there's all these cute little frames, and then of course die cuts that coordinate with some of the little cute little bunnies and things on the stamp set. The words are great. In fact, I'm going to be using 2 of these in the cards I'm making today. Super cute. And with the basic class, you will get, I think it's like $30 in product. So you will get a whole pack of this designer paper. And one of the things I love about this designer paper, let's see if I can find the opening here. Here it is. You get 2 sheets of these really cute die cuts. And I have used these on a lot of my projects. They're just so cute. All kinds of different things. There's radishes. There's look at that little squirrel catching butterflies. There's some greens and twigs and all kinds of different things. 2 full sheets of those. And these I have made, I have prepped all my cards 2 of each, and these are what I have left. And then there's also this designer paper, which is super cute. So you will get a whole pack of that. You're going to want a whole pack of that because, like I said, it is so, so cute. Like, look how cute this is with the fruits and vegetables. And then there's patterns with the bunnies that could not be cuter. And then you're going to get a full package of the antique pearl gems. Super pretty. And then a bolt of linen thread. Obviously, you can see my stuff has already been used. I will be sending an email out about this class. I kind of ran out of time yesterday, but it will be going out today at some point, sometime this afternoon. Okay, so let me show you the cards that we're going to make. I'm just going to show you these real quickly. This is a fun fold. Super cute. Little baby card and a thank you card. And there is one other card that I did not have the chance to make yet, but so adorable. Okay, then you can add on the Storybook Garden Patch class. It's an add-on class. If you buy both classes, I will give you $10 off. You'll see all that pricing when the email goes out. With this class, you will get over $20 in product. You're going to get these are the rainbow adhesive back dots, and then a package of this plaid paper. Really pretty. Look at the beautiful colors. You get a full package of that. This is also great for like masculine cards. A lot you can do with the plaid paper. And let me just show you these. For this one, you'll get 4 cards, kits to make 4 cards. We do a video for each of the cards. This is a little fun fold. Super cute. This one. And then this is like a pocket card. So that's a quick little peek at the cards. And like I said, there will be a video for each one. If you take both classes and add on either of the bundles, you'll qualify for a celebration reward. If you get both of the bundles, and I offer those at catalog price, which saves you, 16.5%. So that's a really good deal. Don't miss this class. Like I said, I think it's one of the cutest ones I've ever offered. I love it. Just so, so cute. So, okay. Let's get started with our stamping today. And like I said, I'm going to use the Pick a Season stamp set. This is a celebration set. And like I said, I feel like people are missing it in the catalog. I think a lot of people, well, it's interesting to me to always see what people pick as their free reward. A lot of people are getting the seagulls. They're super cute. A lot of people are getting the, if their order's big enough, the heart dies, the heart die and stamp set. That's a $120 purchase to get those for free. Where is it in here? This has been super popular. The sequins, the purple adhesive back sequins are really beautiful. A lot of people are getting the Starstruck embossing folder, also really good. But I wanted to focus on this because I think it is a great set. It's called Pick a Season. So like I said, I'm going to make 4 different cards, totally different, and it has a lot of versatility. So I'm going to focus on that today. And what I'm going to start with is a Valentine card. I'm kind of going to go through the first half of the year with these cards. So, okay. I'm going to take this. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to start with this little piece, and let me read the measurements as I go. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm offering an ordering special like I did last week on these cards. And so it is, if you place a $35 order or more, I will send you a packet to make all 4 of these cards. Now, I can't include stamped images. You will need this stamp set, but I will send you the pieces of designer paper, any die cuts that I've done, punch pieces, that sort of thing. But you will need to have the stamp set. So what you really want to do, if you don't have the stamp set, is to place a $60 order, because then you can get this stamp set for free as your choice. And then I will send you a pack of these in color resin dots as a thank you from me. That is with a $50 order or more. But if you're at $50, you might as well add something to get it to $60, because then you're going to get, you can get a celebration reward for free. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to kind of create like a little scene. So let me open up my stamp set. I think I'm using every stamp in this set today by the time I get done with all 4 of these cards. Okay, so I'm going to start with, basically I'm using the in colors from this year, the 2024-2026 in colors, but whoops, I did add a couple other colors. So I'm going to start with Balmy Blue, and I'm going to bring my little grid paper in because I'm going to be doing some stamping off. And I could do it right on my glass mat, but I just decided for this, I would do it right on the grid paper. So I'm stamping off, and I'm just stamping some clouds. I'm going to even turn these upside down. And I don't need a lot because I'm going to put the tree in front of this. So I don't need to do really any more beyond that because it'll be covered up. I'm going to go ahead and clean this. Hi, Joan. How are you? Hi, Lisa. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to put these clouds away. And now I'm going to take this cute little picket fence. And I'm going to stamp this with Pecan Pie ink. Now I'm just going to go across. I'm just going to kind of guess. I'm going to go about right there. Oops, I didn't ink that very well. I'm going to just keep going. I don't know what happened to that first one. Whoops, and that's crooked. It's going to be that kind of a day, I think. What can I say? My fence is going uphill. You know what? I'm going to flip this over because I don't like the way that fence looks. And then I can add my clouds again. There we go. I thought I inked it up, but apparently I didn't. It's still probably going to be crooked. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to grab my clouds again. Aren't we glad paper has 2 sides to it? Okay, so I'm going to stamp that off. I like putting one upside down because I think that is kind of what the sky looks like, right? The clouds are like all over the place. Okay, I'm going to do one more here just in case. Okay, so we have that. Got my crooked fence. This actually looks like part of the fence in my backyard because we had to have a tree taken down in the fall, and we didn't have a chance to get it repaired before winter came in. But okay, now what I'm going to do is take this little stamp. This is grass. So I'm going to take this little stamp with Shy Shamrock ink and stamp it across the base of my gate. And so the nice thing about this, even though my fencing or gate is not completely straight, this kind of covers it up so you can't tell, which is good since mine is really crooked. I don't think it's that noticeable. And part of it is going to be covered up by the tree. Okay, I'm going to clean this off again with this. This cloth is what comes with the glass mat. It's really nice. Cleans real well. Okay, I'm going to put my grass back in the stamp set. And then for this bottom part, I'm going to pull out the hearts. And I'm just going to fill in this bottom area with a few hearts. And for this, I'm going to use Pretty in Pink ink. So is everyone having a good day today? I've had a good day. I like days that are busy. Okay, so I'm just going to fill in the bottom section of this, kind of randomly stamping some hearts. No rhyme or reason, just kind of filling this in a little bit. So we have that like that. I'm going to take my, oh, Debbie says the fence looks fine. Well, it really, you know, once you add the grass, it really does. And it's so cute. I don't worry that, I know some people, I won't mention any names, that like everything has to be completely perfect and straight. And I am not that person. So I want it to, as long as it looks good and it's pretty straight, I'm good with it. But all right. So I'm going to set this piece aside for a minute. Isn't that a cute little, just a scenery scene? And then I have this piece, I should say too, this piece is cut 2 1/4 by 4 3/8. And then this is a 3" by 3 1/2 inch. And I'm going to stamp the tree on this. Now in this stamp set, there are 2 different trunks. So one is a bigger, thicker trunk, and then one is for a smaller tree, a little more delicate. And so for this first card, I'm going to use the bigger tree trunk and then this whole big stamp for the leaves. I'm going to start with the big, I guess I've already got that out, the bigger trunk, and I'm going to stamp this in pecan pie. That, and then I'm going to close this up. Then I'm going to take Shy Shamrock, and I'm going to use this big leaf image and just line this up. That looks pretty good, just like that. Give that a good push. Okay, there we have that. So then what I'm going to do, because this is a Valentine card, I'm going to take those hearts again. Oh, I think I already put them away, didn't I? I need my hearts back. Because I'm going to fill in, I should have waited to put those away. I'm going to fill in these parts of the tree with Pretty in Pink hearts. So I'm just going to fill these in. Look how cute. So really, you can, like I said, this set is so versatile because you could change up the color of these leaves. This obviously is a Valentine's Day, so it's like the pinks and the, I don't know, it's just a bright springy color, which is good, I think, this time of year. Okay, so I have that. And then the only other thing I'm going to do is take just a scrap of paper, and I am going to use a Happy Valentine's Day stamp. That is from the Be My Valentine set, and it's this one, right, the image right here that says Happy Valentine's Day. Any Valentine's set, you could, I mean, really, this could be any card, but I just thought with Valentine's Day coming up, this would be a good one to make for you for today. So I'm going to just ink this up and stamp it on here. That looks good. I have to keep cleaning my blocks because I'm making 4 cards and a lot of them use the same stamped images, and I'm switching up the colors a lot. So okay, I'm going to put the Be My Valentine stamp set away. And then what I'm going to do is take my 1 3/4 inch punch and just punch this out. Whoops. Punch that out. Okay. And I think that's all the stamping I'm going to do for this one. So I'm going to close up my inks, and I'm going to take my paper snips, and I'm going to fussy cut this tree. Now, if you're not a fussy cutter, don't worry, because this is really easy to fussy cut. It does not take long at all. And this is the only project that I'm making today that I am fussy cutting. The rest I am not. So, but I don't mind fussy cutting. So just do that real quickly. it's funny because I'm going to say this probably was not my favorite celebration offering, but then as usual, what happens is once you find something and start using it, you start liking it. That happens a lot to me. Does that happen to any of you? I'm sure it does. Okay, so we've got that. Let me trim this up here on the bottom a little bit. All right, now we're ready to put this together. Okay. So I have taken a piece of designer paper. This is from the 2024-2026 in color paper stack, and this is cut 2.5 by 5. So I'm going to start with that. Don't you love the colors of this? I love the Shy Shamrock with the pink. I'm really liking Shy Shamrock. I guess I should say not just with the pink, but okay, so I'm going to do this. I did have an update. Those of you wondering about Renee, she had her surgery this morning, and I actually got a text from her. She was already home, and she said she felt a little groggy, but was doing well, so hopefully she's resting right now. Okay, I'm going to take this little scene and just glue this on. Okay, so I'm going to put this here like this. Just like that. I'm going to take my tree, and it's going to just rest right in front of the little scene that I've created. And that's why I didn't have to put clouds all the way down. They would have been covered up anyway. So I'm going to go ahead with some dimensionals. Yeah, so Debbie, I see you and Anne-Marie have this set. It's super cute. Hopefully you'll get some new ideas today that you can use with it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the tree in front of our little scenery. And then I'm going to take the Happy Valentine's Day, and I'm going to use my seal and just put a couple strips behind here, and take my white baker's twine. Let me see which way. Okay, so this is going to be like this. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal to kind of hold my baker's twine in place while I make a few loops. So I'm just going to go down like this. I'll do one down here as well. I need to get more, make my thread looser. Okay, like that. I'm going to make a loop down here. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And what I normally do is like I do it on the back. And it's nice if you use the Stampin' Seal because it is forgiving. If you don't like the way it looks, you just pull it up like that and just reposition it. That, and then this is going to be just kind of hang down here. And then what I like to do is look at it and see if I like the way it looks. And actually what I'm realizing is, you know what, I should have done this. I'm going to pull this off and see if I can turn it. I want it to be on this side. It's like I said, it's very forgiving. It's kind of a mess from the back, but nobody will know. So I'm going to just sort of do it like that. And then look at it from the front and make sure I like how it looks. And it's okay if it's a little bit messy, because I sort of like it like that. It just looks like what I'm doing. You just kind of looped the twine around, and there you go. Okay, so yeah, that looks good. I like that. So then what I'm going to do is put a couple dimensionals here, and this is the one side is going to just tuck right under the tree. Hi, Shelly. How are you? I will give her a hug. I'm anxious to see her. I don't think I'll see her for a while, but it was good to hear from her and that her surgery went well. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck that there like that. So happy Valentine's Day. And then, of course, I'm going to add some gems, the In Color Resin Dots. This is what you would get from me if you place an order this week using this host code. If your order is $50 or more, you'll get a pack of these gems in the mail. And if your order is $35, you will receive the kits to make these cards. No stamped images. That's a policy of Stampin' Up. But okay, and so I'm going to use Pretty in Pink. I like that these come in 2 sizes. I like the variety. And then I'm going to put a 3rd dot. Oop. Can I pick it up? It does not want to go. It wants to stay right there, doesn't it? Goodness sakes. Well, I'm going to grab that with my fingers. And I'll just tuck it right there like that. Okay. So that is our first card. It's a Valentine's Day card, obviously. So cute. Don't you think it's cute? Love the colors. I would like to get this for Valentine's Day. Okay, so that's our first card. Second card, I thought, okay, what comes after Valentine's Day? And I thought of St. Patrick's Day. So I'm going to make a St. Patrick's Day card next. And I don't know how many of you send St. Patrick's Day cards, but they're kind of fun to get in the mail because it's something that you're not really expecting. I know several people that love St. Patrick's Day and love sending St. Patrick's Day cards, so I may send them one of these cards. That would be good. All right, so I'm going to start with my white card base, and I have cut some pieces. I've die cut some pieces from the Nested Essentials dies, and I think I have them. Yes, I have them right here. This is a set of dies. It's kind of like the Stylish Shapes. It's a workhorse in your stamping collection. Use these all the time. And so for this card, I'm using one of these shapes and then 2 of these shapes. Let me pull them out and show you what I did. So I made a frame. First of all, I took a piece of Shy Shamrock cardstock, and let me look at my measurements here so I can tell you. So this is 3 by 3 3/4, and what I did was I took this. Is this the shape? Yeah, I took this shape and just centered it on this panel so that I got a frame. Then I took the smaller one, this one, and I just cut this out of a piece of white card, basic white cardstock. And I love how it has the stitching all around it. That is the second smallest shape, and then the frame was made with the largest shape. And then this one is this little banner piece. It's the second largest. But you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dies in this set. And like I said, it's one of my basic sets of dies that I use and pull out time and time again. Okay, so we've got that, my card base. And I'm going to start with my stamping. I'm going to stamp a tree, a shamrock tree. And I know shamrocks don't grow on trees, but I thought in this situation they do. And no one, I think no one will ever say anything. They'll just think, wow, what a cute card. I think this card's a fun one. So I'm going to start with, for this one, I am using the smaller tree. And I'm going to stamp it on this little shape here. It's a rectangle with like rounded edges. Okay, so this is going to go down here. And then I'm going to get my stamp set. And you know what? I'm going to close this up. Okay. And I'm going to use these shamrocks. So you can see with this, there's hearts, which you can send hearts to anybody all year round. There's never a bad time to tell someone you love them, right? And then shamrocks, flowers, Easter eggs, and then leaves. There's our grass, the clouds, There's a lot in this stamp set, a lot to love. So I'm going to pull the shamrocks out for this next card. And I'm using Shy Shamrock ink, because what else would you use, right? On a shamrock card. Oh, Shelly, that's perfect. She says she sends April Fool's cards unassembled. That's hilarious. That is perfect. Oh, what a great idea. Oh, and that reminds me, I forget the official name of it, but I think it's this Friday is called Send a Card to a Friend Day. So I encourage all of you to do that. It's always fun to get cards in the mail. Okay, so I'm just going to add some shamrocks to our little shamrock tree. And I'm just going to fill it in like that. And I'm just going to go up, kind of filling in this space with shamrocks. Okay, so there's my tree. And I'm going to set that there for a minute. And then I'm going to take a stamp. This is from, so because I can't include stamped images in when I send these kits out, I was looking for something specific, like words for all of these sets. And so for this one, I am using a set from Country Flowers that says, "So lucky to know you." I thought that was perfect for a St. Patrick's Day card. You may have another set that says something about lucky to know you, or it could even be thinking of you on St. Patrick's Day, whatever. But that I thought this was perfect. And I know a lot of you have this set. So pull that out, look through your stash, see what words you have. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this. Okay, there we have that. I love the font of that. I think that's really pretty. Okay, and that's all that I'm going to do to stamp this. And so let's go ahead and put it together. So I have my thick white card base, and I am going to start. I like to put my cards together when they're flat. So I'm going to start with an embossed panel. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And for this, this is one of the big embossing folders. This is called Forever Plaid. And I think most of you probably know this, but especially when you're using something like this that clearly has straight lines, you could definitely do it at an angle, but there's a line across the bottom of your embossing folder. And when you're doing this, if you line the base of your paper up across that line, then your lines, your plaid pattern will all be straight and look really good. Hey Myra, how are you? It's okay if you're late. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just glue this flat onto my card. And then we'll build it up from there. It's so funny because why do I feel like every time I do a Facebook Live, I need to get out another tube of glue? Let me see if I can get this glue flowing. Gosh, I was using it just a minute ago. Okay. There we go. This is just going to be centered on the card base. And I'm going to give that a minute. I'm just going to hold that for a minute. Hi, Pat. How are you? Okay. Then I'm going to take the Lucky to Know You, and that is also going to be positioned flat. But you know what? I am not, well, okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. About right there. I'm just kind of guessing where I want this to be. Not really. I know that's where I want it to be. An educated guess, let's say that. Okay, so we have that. Then I'm going to take my frame and my designer paper, and what I want to do is just put a dimensional in these 4 corners. And I'm going to pull the backing off of these, and then I'm going to just position the designer paper right behind that. right behind the frame. Let me set this aside. I may even just do it like this. So yeah, I'm going to just position it like that and just press lightly. And so what I've done is I've caught the edge of this with my dimensionals. So it looks like this part is popped up. You can see like I've created like a little bit of a frame. And you know what? I think, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Then what I want to do before I position this, I'm going to take a little bit of my twine and just pull it under this frame, and I'll tie a bow. Oh, thanks, Pat. I got a beautiful Christmas card from you, Pat. So thank you. That was fun. So everybody, think about someone you know that could use a card in the mail and get that in the mail to them on Friday. It'd be fun to see how many of you actually send them and how many we actually send out. I'm definitely going to do that. Okay, so I have this like this, and I'm going to trim this just a bit, but not a lot, because I kind of like that those long tails hanging down there like that. Okay, so now I'm going to just take this panel, and this is going to be attached right here like this. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put some glue on the back of this because most of the dimensionals are covered up by my designer paper. Yeah, and you know what, I think I have the, I'm going to try, yeah, I can pull this up. I'm going to move this over just a titch. That's why I was kind of hesitant to glue it down, but I'm going to move it over just a bit like that because I want the white, the plaid to show all the way around. Okay, and I'm going to just give this a second to stick. Sometimes when you're using, this has a lot going on, this embossing folder, so sometimes you have to, when you're attaching things to it, you've got to add a little bit extra glue, whatever adhesive you're using. Okay, yeah, so that looks better. So then I can see the plaid all the way around. And then to finish this, I'm just going to set my little St. Patrick's Day tree inside the middle there, and I'm going to pop this up. I'll just put a dimensional at the top and the bottom. Oh, Myra, you're so sweet. Okay, so there we have that, and isn't that cute? So of course I'm going to add some embellishments, and I'm going to use the Shy Shamrock. And, you know, I used to, sometimes, I think it's just the time of year when they have, around St. Patrick's Day, they probably have them now in the stores, but I like the shamrock plants, and, you know, they're green like this, and they have the white flowers on them, and they're always kind of fun. Oh my gosh, I don't know what, there we go. These gems are not liking me today. There we go, we have that there, and then I'm just going to do another small one down here, maybe about, whoops, it flipped over. Oh gosh. Now the putty's stuck to it. Bear with me here, people. I'm not going to let these dots get the best of me today. There we go. Okay. So there is card number 2. So lucky to know you. I feel that way about each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for all of you. So there is our second card for St. Patrick's Day. And then I thought, okay, what can I do next? And I thought it would be fun to do, let me pull this out, an Easter card. So this card, let me pull this out. This is card number 3. Okay. Okay. And I should say, like, all these designer papers that I'm using would be so cute to put on the back flap of your envelope. You could stamp, you know, some of the shamrocks or the little hearts on your envelope. That would be super cute as well. Okay, this is going to be an Easter card. So we're just going right through the year. So I have taken my basic white, thick basic white. I pretty much use thick basic white for all my card bases. I just like the crisp cleanness of it. I love color, don't get me wrong, but I normally start my cards with a thick white base. So what I'm going to do for this, so I have, get that out of the way here. I have a piece of basic white. This is cut 3 3/4 by 5, and I have embossed it with the eyelet embossing folder, and I think I pulled that out. It's super cute, and it just made me think of Easter, the eyelets. I think that's eyelet. I don't know, for some reason eyelet made me think of Easter. So what I'm going to do for this one is, let me pull out my measurements here. Okay. All right. So I am going to start, I have 2 pieces of designer paper. I just said this is 3 3/4 by 5. I have 2 pieces of Petunia Pop designer series paper, and this is cut, they're both 3/4 inches across. This one is 2.5 inches tall, and this is 3.5 inches tall. So I'm going to start with my smaller piece, and I'm just going to glue this right to my card front. I'm going to start with that. Put this here. Just about there, pretty close to the edge. In fact, you know what? I'm going to move it a little bit more because I want most of it to show. See if I can pull it up. Yeah. I'm going to move it pretty close, almost up against the fold. Okay, just like that. And I'll give that a press. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is take my eyelet panel, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and it's going to be centered on my card front. Okay, it's going to be about like that. Okay. So it's just a little bit above this designer paper. Okay. Then I'm going to take this piece, and I'm actually going to put this on top of the eyelet. And it is going to be positioned a little bit below this piece. So I'm going to go down a little bit and just go ahead and attach that. And then we'll do our stamping. So we have most of this put together. Okay. Hopefully those of you that thought you didn't like this set are now falling in love with it and seeing all the possibilities. Okay, so I'm going to just leave that like that for a minute. I'm going to do some stamping. I'm going to take this panel. This is 2 7/8 by 4. And I am going to take the big trunk. I'm going to make another one of the bigger trees. And I will use Pecan Pie ink. Where did it go? It's buried alive. Hold on. Give me a second. Where is it? Oh, here it is. It's way over here. I always say I'm going to do this, but sometime I should take, like, this is pretty much organized here, what you see. But beyond this are all kinds of things because I make something and set it aside. And anyway, it's kind of fun. It's fun. It's all good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp my tree. And then I'm going to use Shy Shamrock ink and stamp the big leaves. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Very cold and snowy New York, really. We're supposed to, I think it's supposed to get really warm here today. And then we're supposed to get an ice storm. And ice is not my friend. I don't like ice. So I'm going to position this. I'm going to put it about right there like that. Okay, so there we have that. And then I'm just going to use Petunia Pop. We've had crazy weather lately, haven't we? Okay, now for this one, I'm going to use the little Easter eggs. So this is going to be an Easter egg tree. Did any of you ever make those? We used to do that. I used to do that when my girls were little. We always had an Easter egg tree in the front yard. Okay, I'm going to clean this stamp off. This was my shamrocks. I'm going to clean the ink and the stamp off, and then I'll use this for my Easter eggs. So you could do the Easter eggs. It would be really cute to do them in all different colors. I'm going to do mine all the same, Petunia Pop, but you could do yellow. All the pastel colors would be so pretty for this Easter egg tree. I'm just using Petunia Pop. So I'm just going to stamp this. I love this small block for these teeny little stamps. This is block A because I find the bigger blocks, if you have a teeny little stamp like this, I don't know, it seems like you pick up too much ink, and sometimes the block like wobbles as you're stamping. And so anyway, you can turn the stamp so it's going in different directions if you want. And I'm just filling in just like that. Okay, so I have that. And then I'm going to take some words. I'm going to stamp Happy Easter. And I actually pulled this from, okay, now where did I put these? Oh gosh, here it is. Nope, that is not it. I'm pulling it from the storybook Friends. I see the garden patch. That's not what I want. Here it is. Also Buried Alive. Okay, so this, I'm going to do Easter greetings. And I got to mention again, if you have thought about, well, that's not it. If you have thought about this bundle, the Storybook Friends, you've got to take my class. It is so cute. Like I said, I think it could be my favorite class that I've done. Okay, so I'm going to do Easter greetings. I'm going to put it on this block. I like to put, as you know, my words, I like to put them in an angle. And I'm going to use the Petunia Pop. I'm going to stamp this on here for first. Okay, that looks good. Stamp that on there. That looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to close up my ink. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to do a banner on the end of this. So what I like to do is start in the middle and just make a snip and then go from the corner up to that spot. And I was at a convention, this has been years and years and years ago, and Shelley Gardner taught us how to do that. So I thought that was kind of fun. I still remember her doing that on stage. Okay, so I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to put this here. This is going to be popped up with dimensionals. That's another thing that always seems to disappear when I'm doing this. My dimensionals always seem to get buried. Okay, so I'm going to just put a few of these on the back here. Normally I just do the corners, but it doesn't hurt to put one in the middle as well. So I've been using these in colors a lot, and actually what I'm going to do for Facebook Live next week also features these colors. So, okay, so I'm just going to put this about here like that. Aren't those colors pretty together? I really am liking the Petunia Pop. Okay, and then this is going to go across here. I'm going to take a bit of the Petunia Pop ribbon, and I'm just going to fold it in half. And snip. I don't want it too long though. That's probably enough. Okay. I'm going to angle both of these. And what I'm going to do, this is going to go behind my greeting. This ribbon is not really thick, but what I like to do is just cut this like that. It eliminates that loop, And that way the ribbon is going to lie flatter under your banner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to just attach this with some dimensionals. The card is egg adorable. Aw, thank you. They already have Easter candy in the store. I saw it the other day. I was actually looking at like the Valentine's Day candy, and there it was, Easter candy. I guess that's just what they do. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to pull the backings off of these. And that's just going to go right here, like that. And you have a super cute Easter card. I'm going to just add some embellishments. And I'll put one here. Whoops. I don't know what it is about these dots today. They are fighting me every step of the way. And then I'll put a smaller one just here. I think I'm going to put it right there, just like that. Okay, so there's card number 3. That's our Easter card. And these cards really are pretty quick and simple. There's not a lot of die cutting, little bit of embossing, that sort of thing. But these are going to go together fairly quickly for you, which I love those kind of cards. I always think it's better to make, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the layers and the textures and all of the die cutting and all of that. But I think sometimes you just need some cards that are, I'm going to say, clean and simple. Okay, so my 4th card is spring. So we've had Valentine's Day, we've had St. Patrick's Day, we've had Easter, and now we're going to make a happy spring card. So for this one, I am using Melon Mambo ink and Melon Mambo Designer Series paper. This one is just really bright colors, and these are, so this is, let me pull this up. This is, Melon Mambo is in our Brights color family. So the paper stacks that I'm pulling these colors from, we have these by color family. So this is the Brights, they're 6x6. They all have the same patterns in them, but you get the colors of the paper family. So like this is the Brights, and I'm just gonna kind of flip through. Look at these. These colors are so pretty, aren't they? Especially this time of year. So the in colors that I've used on the first 3 cards are the 2024, 2026 in color family. So those all came from one stack, and this came from the Brights stack. Okay. So for this one, again, I have my white card base, my favorite card base. Give that a nice crisp fold. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the stamping, and then we'll put this together. So I have die cut a circle. This is from Stylish Shape. This is another workhorse in your studio for all cards. I use this all the time. And I think this is the 2nd smallest. So what I'm going to do for this, think about like the cherry blossoms. I think they're white, but mine's going to be Melon Mambo. Because I guess when you're an artist, you can use whatever color you want. Okay, I am going to use the smaller little tree for this, the tree trunk, the branch. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that on here. This is Pecan Pie ink. Yeah, these colors are fun. I agree, Anne-Marie. It's fun to use some bright colors. All right, then I'm going to take, oh, not the eggs. The eggs and the flowers kind of look alike. So I'm going to clean this off with my cleaning cloth. And I am going to grab the flowers. These little round flowers. They almost look like roses. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo ink to start with. And I'm going to stamp these flowers 3 times. Once there, once at the top, and then once over here at the side. Okay, so we have those. Then I'm going to fill this in, my tree in, with some leaves. So I'm going to clean this off again. Like I said, I like this little block A for these tiny little stamps. Keeps me from picking up too much ink all around the block, and that's not always a good thing. So, okay, I'm going to put that there, and I have 2 different leaves that I'm going to be using. Okay, and I'm going to clean this off real quick and I'll use this for one set of leaves. There's 2 different leaves. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 3 leaves, and I'm using Shy Shamrock again. And for this, I'm going to stamp off because I want this to be a little bit lighter. And I'm just going to fill in around the tree and the branches. Like that. Just 3 of those. And then I'm going to do some of these. And for this one, this is two leaves on this. I'm just going to, again, fill in, but I'm not stamping off for this. So this way you have kind of like a 2-tone look of leaves. Maybe the sun's hitting it a different way or something, but okay, so we've got that. And then I'm just going to do one more over here. Just like that. Okay, so there's our little tree. And then I'm going to take the grass, that little grass stamp. It's cute. I really like it. And I'm just going to put some grass around my tree, at the base of my tree. So I'm going to clean this off. I told you I'd be cleaning a lot of stamps. Often I wait till I'm done to clean stamps, but this one, because I'm using the stamps in different ways over and over, different ways, I thought I'm going to clean as I go. Okay, so I'm going to add the little grass, and this is just going to go, this is Shy Shamrock again, and I'm just going to stamp on both sides of the trunk. Just like that. Isn't that cute? I think the grass adds just such a nice, cute little touch. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do to that. And then I have a little panel for my words. And for this one, I'm also using words from the Storybook Friends. I'm using Happy Spring. So let me pull that out. Here it is. Okay. And I'll use Shy Shamrock ink for this. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to flip it over. Well, it's a little bit crooked, so I'm going to try again here. Okay, that looks better. All right, and I think that's all the stamping. So I'm going to go ahead and make a banner at the end of this panel. If you don't want to make a banner, of course, you can also just angle it. But again, I'm going to go from the center up, and then I just meet the corners. Just like that. All right, so let's put this together. So what I'm doing for this, I have some panels of Melon Mambo and Shy Shamrock cardstock. And I'm going to start with the Melon Mambo. These are both 4 by 5 1/4. Look how pretty they look together. So I'm going to put both of these on here and angle them a bit. first one. I'm going to flatten out the card base. It helps me to see more what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to angle this just a little bit, just like that. You want to make sure all of that stays within the base of the card. And then I'm going to do the same with my Shy Shamrock. And I'm just going to kind of offset this. So both of the colors, just a bit of the colors show. So we have that. All right. Then I have a smaller piece of white. It is 3 3/4 by 5, and I have cut 6 strips of the Melon Mambo designer paper, 1/2 inch by 3 inches, and I've already started gluing some of these down, just because I was making 4 cards today, and I thought, well, I'm going to just go ahead and glue these down. And so there's different patterns that I've used. Of course, our designer paper is 2-sided, so you can, use both sides. And I'm just going to add these final 2 just like this. I purposefully made them crooked. I just thought, why not? Let's make it easy on myself. I think I'm going to flip this one on this side. Well, yeah, I think so. I really like these little polka dots, but put this one down, and they're, I'm trying to kind of evenly space them, but I'm not gonna worry about it if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfectly spaced. Make it easy and make it fun. That's more important, right? Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and I'll put that about right there like that. So there we have our strips. Those are glued on. I'm going to go ahead and take this panel and use dimensionals and pop it up. So what are you thinking about this stamp set now? Do you like it? Is it something that you didn't really think? Did you pass it over in the celebration brochure, but now you're thinking, that might be kind of nice to have? That's kind of what happened to me. The versatility of it. And really, I'm showing you 4 cards today, but boy, you could do so many different things. You could do fall colors. Okay, and then this is going to be just straight. Just like that. Okay, so we have that there. That is popped up with dimensionals. And then I'm going to add my circle, which is also going to be popped up with dimensionals. I'm going to take a little bit of my adhesive and just put it about right there. I'm going to put some ribbon. And again, it's the Shy Shamrock ribbon. I'm going to angle both the ends. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut, I've got it looped, and I'm just going to cut this loop so that it lays flatter. And that's going to be tacked. Well, and before I put that on, my words are going to go on top of this, like that. Cute, right? And I'm just going to adhere this like that. Like that. And then I'm going to go in the back, and I'm going to make sure that this is going to stick. So I'm going to take my adhesive again. I forgot that I was going to put the words down too, so I want to make sure that my ribbon is going to stick, and I'm just adhering this with my Stampin' Seal. Okay, now I'm going to take my dimensionals and pop this whole circle up. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put this here like this. Okay, like that. And what I'm going to do is put, just for fun, I'm going to kind of make this like a banner. I want to give it the Happy Spring some dimension. So what I'll do is just take a dimensional and put it in the center of my word panel. And that's going to pop that up, just that part up. I'm going to bend it a little bit to give it some dimension and then stick it down. There we go. Just kind of like that. So you can see it just has a little bit of, it kind of gives it a little bit of a curve. I like that. Okay, then I'm going to take a Petunia Pop, and obviously I'm using Melon Mambo on this card, but I felt like I could get away with the Petunia Pop on this. I could have also used one of the Shy Shamrock, but I liked the Petunia Pop with it, so I'm going to put that right there like that. And then to finish this, I'm just going to take my white baker's twine and tie a bow. These colors are so, I don't know, they're just bright and cheerful. And I keep saying, I've been using these bright colors a lot lately. I think it's just the time of year. We have enough drabness when we look outside the window, especially now for here, all our snow is melted. So it's like everything's brown and yeah, it's nice to, I'm going to start this all over. So my twine is curling. So what you can do is take your finger and run it down the length of your baker's twine, and that'll keep it from curling up so much. Okay, I don't know if that helped. Yeah, that helped a little bit. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to attach this with a glue dot. I don't think I got it. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to pick it up. There we go. And I'll just put that there like that. Okay, and there is our spring card. So that is card number 4. Do you have a favorite? Let me clean this up a little bit and bring all 3 cards in. So we have spring, we have Easter. Oh, you have snow, Marianne. Oh, yeah, we have no snow. We just have brown. St. Patrick's Day. And then the first one was Valentine's Day. So those are the 4 cards. I love the colors. I think they're really cute. I hope you do too. Let me know what you think. Do you have a favorite? I don't know. I kind of liking the spring one. I think maybe the pink. I love the Melon Mambo with the shamrock. I think that's really pretty. So let me just remind you, my one camera has gone dead again. That happened last week. I don't know. I'm going to have Rich, my IT man, take a look at that, see if he could figure it out. But again, so the special I'm offering is if you place a $35 order in my online store and use this host code, I will send you the kits to make one of each of these 4 cards. I can't include any stamping, but I will do all the die cutting, embossing. I'll include the designer paper. And it's just a $35 order. If you place a $50 order, I will include a pack of the resin dots. If you place a $60 order, which is our celebration threshold this year, you will receive, you can choose this as your free product, and then you'll have everything you need to make these cards. So let me know what you think. Oh my gosh, Debbie, that's a great idea. She says, very pretty cards. I love the shamrock one. It would be great with some chocolate gold coins. That's a great idea. Really good idea. I may have to do that. Anyway, so let me know. I think this is my favorite. I also love the Petunia Pop with the shamrock. Please reach out if you have any questions. I'm here always to help. And look for the email sometime this afternoon about the Storybook Friends mega class that I am offering. You literally do not want to miss it. Hope you all have a great day. And as always, I hope you have time to be creative today. Thank you so much, my friends. Take care.